God bless you and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. So in today's video, we're going to be swapping over my wife's MDX brakes. These factory ones have not been replaced since we've owned it in over a year, and this one's starting to make some noise, so we're just going to replace all of the rotors and pads. Now, it's actually cheaper to do the drilled and slotteds than it is to replace them with the factory ones. So we got these right here on eBay for much cheaper than what it cost through O'Reilly's and AutoZone and places like that. They're drilled and slotted, they'll stop really well, and it has ceramic pads, and as long as they're broken properly, they work really good.
Garden State's finest production.
Okay, I went ahead and got all of the driver side and passenger side done. I didn't do passenger side on camera. I went ahead and put a spray bottle top in the brake reservoir and got all the nasty fluid out. We didn't have to bleed the brakes because the lines weren't open, but that's a quick way to get all the old stuff out and put new stuff in. This did come with instructions for breaking them in. I'll go over them pretty quickly. From 60 miles per hour, apply the brakes gently a few times to bring them up to their usual operating temperature. This will prepare your pads and rotors for high heat generated in the next steps. Make a near stop from 60 miles per hour to 10 miles per hour. Press the brakes firmly, but not so hard the ABS engages. Perform this 8 to 10 times. Now, it does say to do this in a low traffic area, preferably in the early morning. I usually go out to the highway where it's not a very busy highway, a back highway, and make sure there's no one around and do it there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just drive it normal. Make sure you're not sitting in a lot of stop and go traffic when breaking them in, but we're going to go out, get it up to speed, and do some hard stops, not fully stopping, and that'll break them in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. All right, one thing I like to do when breaking them in before I get to the highway is make sure no one's around, obviously, and then just kind of make sure that it's stopping good before you get out to the highway. This one seems to be doing perfectly fine, so we'll go out to the highway, get it up to speed, and do quite a few little stops. All right, so I'm out at the highway. There's no one around since it's a back highway, and I'm basically just going to slow down to about 10 miles an hour, 10 or 15, and then we're going to do that 7 to 8 times. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We don't want to come to a full stop. This is going to put a lot of heat on your pad, so you may smell it, but that's totally normal. You're just breaking them in. And this is very necessary when breaking in new rotors. I'm going to go ahead and do it again. This thing stops pretty quick. Couple more times and then head back and do it some more on the way back. So after you've done it about 7 or 8 times, just drive it normal. Don't go too fast, just kind of allow time for your brakes to cool off before you do any long sitting at stoplights and stuff like that. But after they've cooled down, you can drive it as normal. And this thing stops pretty good even after multiple hard stops. So I'm really impressed with the drilled and slotted brakes. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I personally have never had an issue on my daily drivers and even some of my street/track cars. Now, if you're going like serious, there might be issues. I don't know. Some people say it's better to just get slotted. Some say drilled's better, but drilled and slotted seem to be doing really good for us. They work really well, so highly recommend them. There will be a link in the description so you guys can save yourself some money. But I'm gonna head back to the house and we'll go over a little bit more. I hope you're enjoying the video. All right, so this is what it should look like after they're broke in. It should be kind of shiny. A little bit at the bottom won't be broken just because the brake pad's only so big, but all 4 of them look like that. So it is officially broke in and it stops much better. Now, if you want some peace of mind, definitely bleed the brakes so that you can get it just a little bit stiffer, but this is like absolutely perfect. They're still touchy and it stops really good. The other ones didn't seem to be in too bad of condition, so these could actually probably just have been taken to O'Reilly's and had them turned, and it should be fine. I might do that just so I have a backup set, and it's not too much money to do. But yeah, definitely wanted brand new ones, and since we had never replaced the brakes since we got it, it was a good idea. But they all looked really good, so there's a lot of meat left on them, and now I don't have that noise that was in the front right, so it definitely fixed the problem we were having. But yeah, definitely recommend the drilled and slotteds on the MDX. Definitely stops better, and I will have these particular ones linked in the description. Now, as for the EP3, if you guys didn't see in previous video, I took it to the track, broke the CV axle. I broke it pretty dang good. I went and got another replacement, and it's good to go. Car drives great. Had it at the car show after the drag strip, and it's doing great. But we're going to be taking the K20A3 with the A2 head out, and I'm going to be putting the K20A2 out of the Type S in it with new head gasket, timing chain, and water pump, and all of the good stuff, just so that way it has more power. The K20A2 has 200 horsepower bone stock, and since we have upgrades, it should be closer to 210, 220 with the K24 cams. On a cooler day, we will take it to the dyno and we'll see what kind of power it puts out. But I'm going to have that swapped in hopefully before the next track event, which me and my buddy Jeremy, Mexican Jesse, we're going to be heading to the track soon. So I'm going to have that done hopefully within the next few days. But yeah, definitely been busy. So sorry the content's not flowing near as fast. We've also been packing things and getting rid of stuff to move. So we're definitely working on a lot of things right now. So definitely want to stay tuned for more. And if God is willing, we'll have more content coming out real soon. So that's basically it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. And again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And I'll see you guys in the next video. But before I get off here, just wanted to say this. Jesus died and rose again in 3 days for you and I. And all you have to do is repent and trust in him, and you'll be saved. It's really that simple. Everyone's getting so religious about it and overcomplicating it. This and that has to be this and that. Seek first the kingdom, and the rest will be added. But that's basically it. I'm going to go ahead and get off here, and always remember this.